Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the right way to network in entertainment. I've been living in Atlanta for 2 years now, and the longer I'm here and the more work I do, the more I realize everyone knows everyone. And I think I've done everything correctly so far because my opportunities are building, but I just wanted to share how I did that and some common mistakes to not do. So I think my biggest strength when it comes to people is that I am always direct. If somebody upsets me, I tell them, unless if it's to a degree where it's not fixable, then I will not tell them. I will not have that conversation. It's kind of interesting too, because every conflict that I've had, at least within the last year, and I think it's because my energy elevated, but every conflict I've had, I've never really had a situation where the other person didn't want to fix it or work it out. Like I've never been in a fight, never been jumped, never had anybody send anybody like after me. And so I think I'm doing something right. I'm very direct, but I do not shit talk people. You're not going to catch me going behind your back and then telling your business to somebody else. Unless if it's my best friend, I tell her mostly everything. But even then, I won't tell her everything. And my version of shit talking is you like just destroying somebody else. If somebody else is doing harmful actions or they're doing bad business, I think it's important to talk about. When I was growing up, I grew up Catholic, and my parents always told me, oh, don't gossip about anyone, gossiping's a sin. And I remember too being in 7th grade in like the bathroom at Catholic school, and it was during my lunch break, and I had like glasses and short hair and braces, and everybody was in their little plaid skirts and they were talking shit about somebody, and then I just like loudly said, and I was just like lurking in the background, and I was like, gossiping is a sin. And then everyone looked at me weird and went silent, and then I left. But I think that did help me though, because I keep my mouth shut about most things, not everything. It's kind of hard because the life I have now, I experience a lot, and it's difficult for people to understand. I just had like a recording studio tour thing like a couple days ago, and I was getting to know the engineer, and it was so nice to just talk about my experiences in music and working for another recording studio the last like few months, because it's just such, I'm not gonna say niche, but I think it's a hard industry to get in and a hard industry to stay in, and sometimes you just need to talk about things. But yeah, I don't sugarcoat, but I don't trash people. Nobody's ever like come to me saying, oh, I heard you say this, this, and this about me. Like, I'm really too focused on my own goals and my own self to talk too much shit. I will talk a little bit though, but it'll be to your face. It won't be behind you. And if you heard anything that I said, I've already said it to you, so there's no surprise. But yeah, every problem is fixable, and it's a little strange now because I don't know why people want to fix things with me. I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, if I was unattractive and I had no leverage and no accomplishments, maybe then people would like feel free to hate me or write me off, but that's not how it is now. I would say too that I'm very loyal to the people that I work with, and I do my best to make sure that everyone is appreciated, because I never want to make anyone feel like I'm stepping on their toes, and I think that's helped me a lot. Like, I recently did a professional photography shoot, and I got that photographer through my friend, and I did a music video shoot with her like 2 months ago. It's not out yet. I'm technically not supposed to talk about it. It's a little frustrating though. It should be out by now, but and I got him because I was looking at her photos, and then I saw that he was the photographer. So I reached out to him, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love these photos that you took of my friend who models. And then I reached out to her too, and I had like booked everything, and I was like, by the way, I loved your photos so much, I went ahead and like did a session with him, because I don't want her to feel like why is this girl just copying me? And I try to reiterate that with most of my interactions. Like, when I did the recording studio thing a couple days ago, I had like a friend who also worked with him pretty heavily. So then I reached out to her and just like let her know. And, but yeah, being a highlighter though, when you're talking to somebody else and you have a mutual person that you both know, unless that person has like severely fucked you over, you just want to focus on their good traits. And focusing on people's good traits when you talk about them, it makes you seem better. Because if you're just going around, Reaper's eating his food right now, I don't know if you can hear the little kibble sound, but if you're just going around like saying every little thing you don't like about people, even if it's true, it just reflects badly on you. Yeah, so saying something that highlights somebody. Your reputation gives you leverage too. Kind of like how I was saying before, when I have disagreements now with people, it's not like they can run and complain to somebody else about me, because I already have pretty close relationships. And if I use like a strip club example, if I were to have a customer who was upset with me and wanted to say that I was doing something incorrectly, I have built up my relationships around me to where my voice would be taken heavily in consideration with whatever that issue was. So yeah, your reputation gives you leverage. And you do that by showing love to people. You do that by being nice to people. It's been difficult for me just to like get close to people. I'm introverted. I don't really trust people that much, and I have reason not to. And you know, sometimes people have shit going on in their life, and sometimes they switch up because of that. Sometimes they just switch up because that's who they were the whole time. And you just never know. So I try to keep my distance, unless if I'm benefiting from you, you're benefiting from me, and we're both like making money or we're working towards something, then there's really no reason for me to be around you if you're giving me all this like negativity. Everything too is within your power, I want to say. I had like, and this is fine too, because I already said it to her face. I was having a conversation with a girl who I work with, and she was just upset because she felt like she wasn't making as much money as she could have, and she was turning it more into like a race thing when we're in Atlanta, when really it's a personality thing. And when you are bitter about things, you have to go out of your way to change them, to fix them. Like if you listen to my last video, I talked all about that other blonde who I was envious of. When you're envious of something, or you want something, or you feel like you can't have it, that's when you get bitter. But everything is within your power to get. You might have to change your environment. You might have to tweak your personality a lot. You might have to go spend weeks watching sales videos on YouTube like I do and like I have. But you can't just write things off and act like there's no opportunity in a place. I was listening to another girl too, and she, I'm friends with her, so I'm gonna try not to say anything like too negative, but she was just unhappy with our club, and she was trying to say that there were other cities with other places that were better, with different clientele, and that is true to a point, but I think if you're always looking for things to be and go poorly, they will. If you hold out hope for things to show up, like if you set an intention of, oh, I think some man will come in today and give me like $400. If you set that intention, you'll at least get like 200. Like it's, don't use that specific example, but it's still going to happen because you had that positive mindset. And that bitterness too that I'm experiencing in some people that I like and I admire, it's making me feel like I don't resonate with them as much anymore. So that's important. Watching your bitter tone. And if you're that like depressed and sad, you know, you should just spend time by yourself. But yeah, networking is important because your reputation is everything. Everything you say at any point can be used against you. And that's one thing that I always live by too. Not only can anything be used against you, anything you say can be repeated. Every secret I've told someone. And I live in peace knowing that whatever I said can get back to me. When I was growing up, Reaper's trying to bite his tail right now. He's like chasing it around. When I was growing up, everything was a secret. I'll show you an example actually. My mom's book is right here. My mom wrote a book on raising special needs kids, and my father was very abusive when I was growing up, and it was a lot of the responsibility fell on me to help raise my sisters, to be the successful one in the family, and to hide how my dad really was. So I spent 21 years, I'm 24 now. I never spoke about the abuse that my dad put us through. I still don't. I really try to just do like highlights. I don't try to go into details. That's what they told me when I went to this like retreat thing in Utah. It was kind of crazy. I was like at an undisclosed location and nobody knew where the fuck I was. But that's what they told us there. They said highlights, not details. But I lived so much of my life in secret that I just was over it. And I don't say things and hope that that person doesn't repeat them, because it's like, why would I care? What are they going to do with that information that would hurt me? You know? And I think once you live by that, it kind of stops you from giving your power away, because when you think that somebody's going to go and talk all this stuff about you and you care so much, you're giving your power to them. I think that's the best way I've ever explained it, actually. But yeah, this was supposed to be 5 minutes, but we're now at 13. Y'all are welcome. I'm going to go now. I'm waiting on my, hopefully, well, I don't know if he's my boyfriend yet. We'll see. We'll see how long this one lasts. I am waiting on my hug though. So, bye.